So what was that? I am recording this probably about like 25 minutes after finishing Arcane because I was feeling so much at once that I knew I needed to get my thoughts out now. Because what? I don't know how to describe the actual emotions I'm feeling right now because it's not like disappointment. Of course it's not. It's Arcane. That show is beautiful, but it's just a lot. God, I said I was taking a hiatus to work on my rebrand, but then of course this show has to screw that all up for me because now I need to talk about it publicly. Oh my god! When this awesome rebrand I'm working on is completely finished, I need you guys to forget this weird tiny sneak peek you're seeing, alright? Okay. So as you could probably assume, this will have literally every single spoiler possible for season 2 act 3 of Arcane. I don't know how much I'll really end up ranting about the rest of the season, but I assume if you're not wanting to get spoiled, I assume no one will be freaking out about act 1 spoilers when I'm talking about act 3. I don't know. I might talk about all of it, but this is mostly going to be a focus on act 3. I've had time to process the other ones. Not this. If you've been living under a rock and somehow haven't heard of Arcane, it is an adaptation of League of Legends. No, you don't have to play League of Legends to watch it. I have never touched that game in my life, except unfortunately I get closer by the day. You don't have to play League of Legends. It just kind of focuses on the characters, and it's a lot easier to understand, I think, or like predict if you've played League and know the lore, but I didn't play that thing. I don't want this video to come across like I am dogging on the ending or any of the writing involved in Arcane. I'm not a writer. I'm so bad at writing. And this show is I've never had a piece of media impact the way I view my own art and view the world and people in it. Like, I've never been so impacted by a piece of media before, especially one of like such short length. I love Arcane so deeply. I show nothing but respect for this show. But that ending was a lot, okay? And I just want to talk about it a little bit because I definitely have my critiques with it, but I want it to be known that I don't think badly on any of the writers or anyone involved because I don't think it was their fault. I don't really think it was anyone's fault. It just kind of all came together in a way that I really didn't expect. As the biggest Echo stan of all time, I was immediately so excited to see that episode 7 started focused on him. And then my feelings got run over by a truck. And then back again. And then forward again. And it went burr, 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 over my heart, okay? Because what the hell was that? You're telling me there is seriously no timeline where Vi and Jinx can both be alive and both be happy? You're telling me to get Powder and to get the happiness and to see Milo and Clagger alive, to see Vander alive being friends with Silco, and Vi just has to be like, oh my god. When that reveal, I mean, I saw the Vi is dead reveal and I was like, okay, cool, but I want to, oh my god, when Powder goes, you're the one who sent us on that mission, you're the one who gave us that lead. That episode literally killed me. I swear. Time Bomb! Time Bomb's always been in like the back of my head, but people that still constantly were shipping them, I was kind of like, guys, it's not happening. Guys, it's not happening. We're not getting Time Bomb at all. There is definitely potential in an alternate universe to get Time Bomb, but I didn't think we would see Time Bomb ever. Oh my god. I literally can't. I sobbed I sobbed harder at that episode than I did at the rest of the entire show combined. So, I don't know what that says about me. It really was the happiest episode we've ever gotten out of Arcane. And to get the happiest episode, it has to be in a universe where none of Arcane ever happened. And I think that is insane. Devastating and amazing writing. so insane. I think overall, though, my biggest problem I had with the ending was all of the stuff with Noxus and with the Black Rose, because I was under the assumption, I had been talking to a few of my friends who know League pretty well, and I was under the assumption, because we're getting another show. I think they've already said they're getting another show. I think that's a matter of fact thing. Everyone was like, cool, it's gonna focus on Noxus, because they're subtly setting up all this stuff with the Black Rose and with LeBlanc and Mel and Mbessa, and it's gonna make for a really sick next show that is a nice, easy flow from the events of Arcane, because it's hinted in Arcane, left to just kind of be, like, a little confusing, and then made clear in the next show. It would have made, like, a really good tie that way. Until they killed off Mbessa and LeBlanc. So now what? What was all that set up for? I think that's my biggest problem I had, was it was just so rushed. Like, I think that's the main thing I'm hearing a lot of people talk about part 3, is I went into it going, how are they going to wrap this up in 3 episodes? And they didn't. They didn't wrap up. Like, I mean, they did in the last episode. The 3 episodes, only one was the ending. Like, everything happened in just that one episode, and I think I wanted a time to breathe, just a little bit. I know Arcane has never really been the type to, like, let you sit or, like, give you any comedy to tie you over or anything, but I didn't get a single second to breathe, to the point where it was, like, I finished the episode just being like, okay, what was that? And I think that's why when you look up Arcane Ending, the first result is Arcane Ending Explained. Because so much happened. And I don't think that's the writer's fault, because I would have to assume they didn't choose to have to wrap it all up so quickly. Like, the animation's expensive. I know they probably couldn't have afforded another season, but I think like 2 more episodes, or just like a part 4 in general, could have made it wrap up in a way that was a lot more satisfying and felt more earned, if that makes sense. Like, you sit through all of this and you earn that amazing, like, beautiful ending. Not that the ending wasn't beautiful, it was just so much to take in at once that I felt like it was more just thrown at me. Like, what the hell was that weird, like, space homo super heaven ascension, like, what? I mean, it was gorgeous. JVic, love them, love... What? Can I have an explanation? I need it explained to me in, like, Minecraft terms. Explain the ending of Arcane to me, but specifically the Jace Vic, like I'm 5 years old. Because I understand the concept of, like, first of all, I totally called that Vic was the one who saved Jace as a kid, but the, like, giving him different runes in every timeline. I need a rune dictionary, first of all. Like, giving him different runes in every timeline, hoping that one of them would be the one to save him, and what... Could we have maybe gotten that long? Like, it was awesome. Can we get it longer, please? Because, that really all happened within a span of, like, 10 minutes. And that was, like, a season's worth of plot, to me. It was just... I don't know. It was so insane. And then... Jinx's sacrifice, I'm seeing, is the most controversial topic when it comes to the ending of Arcane, and I was not expecting that to happen. I literally sat there like, because, first of all, I didn't expect them to kill off any playable characters in League, and they killed off several. I wasn't expecting that at all. What was it? So, Heimerdinger's, like, kind of dead. Like, not dead, but he's kind of dead to that universe, you know? And then Mbessa and Jinx and... Is Silco playable? I don't remember. Like, Warwick, kinda. Jace, Victor, I don't know. It was just very interesting, for sure. And then, I think I actually adored Jinx's sacrifice. I mean, it was depressing, but I think writing-wise, it was really good. A lot of people are saying it was, like, terrible, cheap writing, which I do understand the discussion that there is to be had about killing off a main character at the end to resolve everything is cheap writing, especially a character that has done so much bad in the past, like Jinx, to where almost any route they went with her would be controversial because of the actions she's had in the past. So I get why people would say her death was cheap writing, but I think it was a perfect showing of her character development and a perfect showing to, like, where she came from as Powder, where she said, like, anyone who like, when she says earlier in season 2, when she's fighting that ugly little dude, and she says, like, anyone who gets too close to me dies, for her to get close with Vi almost die, and then she swaps it and, like, stops the cycle. It was beautiful. I adored it. And obviously she's not actually dead. They're, like, 1, I don't think they would do that. 2, they kind of hint at the end when Caitlyn's looking over the things that Jinx is not actually dead. Vi is not as sad as she should be, so I don't think Jinx is actually dead at all, but I don't think we're ever seeing her again. And just, the problem I had was they didn't give us a single second, because they were just throwing things at you so fast because they needed to wrap up the show. They didn't give you a single second to mourn this incredibly important, incredibly tragic character. Like, I can see what they were trying to go with, where it's very, like, not every person dies in some crazy, heroic, beautiful scene with tragedies and a big funeral and whatever. Like, some people just die, and that's okay, and that's okay writing, but it just felt almost out of character for Arcane and for Jinx as a character. She's so big on big entrances, big flashy, like, shows of... Her death could have been more flashy, if you ask. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being petty, but I don't actually care about the scene where she died. Like, that didn't need to be flashy or whatever. It would have been awesome, but I'm okay with the way they went there. Just the fact that they brushed over it so quickly after, like, just even, like, one tiny little flashback, like, would have, I think, made it great. Or, like, Vi looking a little sadder and not just, like, humming and being like, my mom used to have this for, like, I don't know. It was just, it brushed over that character development for Jinx so quickly, to the point where it almost felt like her death meant nothing. And that hurt a lot, actually, for them to just end it like that. I don't know. It was a lot, for sure. There are definitely parts I loved about Arcane Ending. It was gorgeous. Oh my god. Caitlyn has an eye patch now? She looks so sick. Mel? But, like, I don't know. Just, that was my thoughts on it. I just needed to get those out and just kind of rant a little bit, because I am so confused. I mean, I'm not confused. I know what happened, but, like, jeez, dude. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts, though, so definitely leave those in the comments. I definitely want to read over them. Any theories you have, any kind of, like, you can drop League lore in my comments. I actually am really curious on what now region will follow this next show. I know it'll probably be Oriana-centric, but I just thought it would be, like, Ambessa-centric, so I'm really confused. I was happy to see her at the end. I think she's awesome. Her design is so sick. But, yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you think the next show's kind of going to focus on a little bit? Is this really the end of Vi and Jinx? Discuss. I want to see everything, and maybe I'll talk about it in a future video. All right, thank you for coming to the Lavender Cafe today. Drink some water, be cringe, be free. Go outside. I know it's winter, but I love the winter, and I think it's pretty. Go watch the rain, or watch the snowfall, or just sit in the foggy coldness for a little bit and drink, like, a hot cup of hot cocoa. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good to recover from whatever the hell I just watched.